Namaste Yogis and welcome to week 4 of 2021. I've changed the entire ABHYASA practice this week so that we are focused on a 21-minute period where we try and do 108 Surya Namaskars or as many as you could. Beginning with your hands in a Namaste, focusing on your Sankalp. To be able to visualize and verbalize your Sankalp. The first two Yoga Sutras. Atayoganushasanam yogaschitta vritti nirodhaha. Kapalbhati and Bastrika. Kapalbhati is a Shatkriya, Bastrika is a Pranayam. Ujjayi pranayam, inhale and exhale, and as you inhale, internally chant so, and exhale is hum. The Soham is going to be the very important part of the practice because when you're doing 108 Surya Namaskars, you've got to have a deep focus on the breath. Continuing with Soham but moving your neck. Shoulders. Garudasana. Arms. Gomukh. Wrists. Marcharyasana. And we begin with Agni Sakriya Noli. So either in and out in Agnisar or side to side in Nod. Indandor. And in every asana you got the Trishtana, so basically the asana is one. Two is the drishti where you're looking. And 3 is the breathing. So whenever you exhale, draw up the pelvic floor. What we do uniquely in Abhyasa is we add the 4th element, which is the Soham chant. So inhale is So, exhale is Hum. Hips. Lateral flexions. Back extension. Flexion. That's a forward fold. So just by contracting your thigh, your hamstring will stretch. By contracting your core, your lower back will stretch. Hamstring. For a lot of people, the hip flexors are stiff. Parvat. Opening the calves. Inner thigh. Thighs itself. So when we begin our Surya Namaskars, we are scheduling 21 minutes for that. So it doesn't matter if you do 108 or no, but just do at a pace that is suitable for you and keep going. And every day over the next week, we'll do the same. So by the end of the week, in fact, by the end of the month, I've given 10 days for this routine to see whether we improve that count. So together we chant Om Suryaya Namaha. Om Suryaya Namaha. So getting your Soham. You're trying to do about 5 rounds a minute if possible. So the real challenge is to be fluid. You don't have to be fast. Just be very fluid. So that's a minute. So like that, we've got 20 more minutes to go. 2 minutes done. I'll tell you at the end of every 5 minutes. If you see my movements, I'm not going fast. I'm just very fluid. I don't stop anywhere. Managing your mind is the biggest challenge here. So keep up with your Soham. We have finished 5 minutes. We've done 10 minutes. That's 15 minutes. The last few rounds, you can slow down and stretch more. The 108th round, inhale. So whenever you reach your last, you can go slow. We've got 2 more minutes to complete, so keep going. And if you've finished, then just stay still. Those who have completed 108, just standing in Tadasana, being cognizant, being aware of your heartbeat. Last minute. Yogis, if we do 108 or 21 minutes of Surya Namaskar daily, by the end of the next 10 days, before Feb 1st, you'll find that your cardiovascular ability, more importantly, your levels of prana, energy will be really high, which is the way it should be. Then things like meditation become effortless. Meditation happens to people blossoming with energy. That's 21 minutes. Fantastic. Even if you have not finished, come into Tadasana. And let's just start by becoming still. Now your body will just enjoy being still because you've given it all the movement it needs for the day, in fact. Toes on the floor, open toes, Pad Bandh, drawing up energy from the feet. Engaging your core, glute, chest. Soham breathing, drishti, eyes are fixed. Utkat Asana, feet shoulder width apart, bend down, looking at a point, engage your thighs, glutes, lower back, shoulders, dancing Natraj is our balance pose. Right leg on the floor. Contract the thigh at the back. Hip flexors opening. Completing that year, drop your hand, get into Ardha Chandrasana. Get a full stretch. And change. Left leg on the floor, open feet. Completing that in Ardha Chandrasana. So the bottom hamstring, left hamstring fully stretched. The right thigh engages. Super. Next. Let's start to stretch and strengthen the back. Start with the Sphinx position to start to open the spine. Engaging your thighs, legs. Sarpasana. Shalabhasana. And a more detailed Shalabhasana with the hands under the torso. Take a breather. Dhanur Asana. Come up. The winter is well and truly done. It's nice bright sun beginning to start into spring. Yeah. Ushtrasana. After the 108 Surya Namaskars, the body is so open. You can do all these poses effortlessly. Setu Bandh and Chakrasana. Pavan Muktasana. We start our core work. So first up, Naukasana. So holding this for a minute, engaging your core, almost as if you're reaching for your toes. Gotta engage your thighs, back, abs. Inner thighs. Kati Naukasana, 30 seconds on each side. So counting 10 slow breaths. For the last 5 breaths, go lower. Then you'll feel the muscle, the oblique work. Other side. 10 breaths. The legs are working quite a bit. So now go lower for the last 5 breaths. Obliques work very hard. Come back to the center. Ten breaths. Go very low for 5. Don't drop your shoulder blades. And up. First, Merudandasana. And what we really want, Ubhaya Padangushtanasana. Move into Chaturanga Dandasana. So gripping the mat well. Look in the front, push your heels back as if you're pulling the mat back, sliding the mat back towards you. 5 breaths. And up. We'll do that once more. Those who need to use the knees can try that. Grip the mat. And up. A minute in Santolanasana. Engage your core, so reduce the curvature of the lower back. Now, don't be a dead weight on the wrist. Drop energy from the hands, from the feet. Heels back, head forward. Spine elongated, core in. Soham breathing. Engage your thighs, pull the kneecaps towards your hips. And go back a bit. A minute in Sampatasana. Push the heels back, engage the thighs, kneecaps. Ten slow breaths is the last core exercise. Now walk up so that all the work's happening in the shoulders. On your toe tips, push the shoulders back and change. Bakasana. So put your palms, get nice flat ground, especially if you're in nature, find flat ground. Grip the mat. With your knees, lock your shoulders. In this 10 days, I've removed Mayurasana, because if you're doing 108 Surya Namaskars, there will be some challenge on the wrists. So I've removed side crow and I've removed Mayurasana so that we can add it later, but not these 10 days. You got 2 minutes to do any asana that you like. Choose any asanas that you enjoy. One of my personal favorites is Gomukh. So I'll do that. You do any two that you enjoy. One more minute, one more asana. And please change these two asanas daily. Now, we are going to do Shirshasana. So we're going to do that for 2 minutes. So therefore, if you're doing it against a wall, please go ahead. You can start your work in Vajrasana. Place the palm just above the eyebrow, where the middle finger touches is the topmost part of the head. That point's going to be on the floor. Now, walk up. When you're comfortable, you start to transfer the weight, engage your core, and now keep your kneecaps to face the sky, and then stretch the legs up, engaging your inner thighs. Got a minute here. You've got to be very active with your elbows, pointing them inwards. So your neck doesn't take any load. The load's all taken by the forearms. Just a little bit on the head. So for that to happen, you've got to push with your toes, inner thighs. Back. Stretch. One of the most beautiful experiences for me when I record Abhyasa, when I do a headstand and I can see people walk upside down. It's really funny. At some point, if you do see it, you'll know what I mean. It feels as if people have a very springy motion, which you don't see when you look at people walk, but when you see it from underground, it's very beautiful. It's almost comical. There's a very springy motion in the way everybody walks when you see it the other way. We move now to Sarvangasana. Again, push the toes out. So use a small cushion that you keep on the shoulders and the head's on the floor. Inner thigh engages. Toes push up. is the best asana for relieving stress, simply because of its postural effect. The vagus nerve function enhances. So that is why the postures are irreplaceable. They lead you to meditation. If you try to meditate without doing all of this, the nervous system will not be ready for that. Then it's just mind work. Halasana. And coming back. Simple Matsyasana, just cross the legs. Opening neck and shoulders and then come up. Okay. I've kept this bit of time so that we start to work on the hips. So first, Baddha Konasana. This is Titli and now Baddha Kon. So move the glute, inner thigh, start to drop. And I want you to lead with your chin without straining your neck. So you don't fold up the body, don't crumple up the body, just stretch as if you wanted to go that way, forwards, not down, forwards. Agni Stamban, fire log, knee, ankle on top of knee, knee on top of ankle, all at 90 degrees, start to drop. Again, trying to move forwards. Just dissolving all the blocks in the hips by being positive that at some point during this year, your stomach is going to touch is going to drop down and your chest is going to drop down to the shin and flow eventually. As if you were reaching forwards. Beautiful. Now, let's also do a forward fold. So let's take up Paschimottanasana. So move the glute out, move the glute out. One of the toughest forward folds because both the hips have to be flexed, have to stretch rather. Grip your toes, look forwards, pull in your navel. If you can go around your heel. See that you're leaning, stretching forwards. So this is the beauty of doing 108 Surya Namaskars. The body is warmed up and also it's very, very relaxed at the end of the whole thing. Paschim, west, Purvottan, east. So the front part of the body in a stretch. Now, Marichaya, D or Ardha Matsyendraha. I'll show you Marichaya. So left heel to the navel. All of you know Ardha Matsyendraha, so I'll just show you Marichaya. Twist, get the shoulder, left shoulder across the right knee. Come around and clasp. The other side. Those who are doing Ardha Matsyendraha, it's like this. The leg will be here and you will be in the twist. Other side. Right heel to the navel. Named after sage Marichi. And there are easier versions of Marichaya. This is the most advanced of those. And goes around, clasp. Soham Ujjayi. That brings to an end our asana practice. We finish that off with Shavasana. So lie back. And count down 10 really slow breaths. Inhale. And now from head to toe, exhale out all the worry, tension, stiffness and tiredness. From toe to head, inhale, fresh prana, life itself. Let's do Mahabandha. So for that, Siddha Asana. Draw up the pelvic floor, pull in the stomach, chin on the chest. Swastikasana for Anulom Vilom Pranayam. So the toes fit into the crook of the knees. That gives you the stabilizing force. Those who need a small cushion can be under your hips, which is good to do. Let's do 5 rounds. Purak through the left. So, Antar Kumbhak, hold the breath in for double the inhalation. Rechak through the right. Hum. And Bahar Kumbhak, holding out. Purak right. So. Antar Kumbhak. Double inhalation time. Hold. Rechak through the left. That's exhale. Internally chanting hum. Same time that you held. After all the air is out, close. That's Bahar Kumbhak. Trying to do the same time that you held the breath in. 4 more rounds by yourself. Keep the Soham chanting, otherwise your hand and breathing will be happening, but your mind will be someplace else. So stay focused with Soham. 3 Om chants. With the tip of your tongue to the soft upper palate, Kechri Mudra, and the eyes above your eyebrow center, Shambhavi Mudra. The index and the thumb fingers touch, Jnana Mudra. Let's bring our awareness to the stillness of our body, to the silence between our thoughts, to the rhythm of our breathing. As we prepare for the month of February, February is the month of self-love. We begin today. Bring your awareness to your body. Visualize yourself looking at yourself in the mirror. And prepare for self-love. Look at every part of your body that sometimes you're critical about, you don't like. You try and wipe out from your memory. Be aware of all those parts of your body and tell them and tell yourself, I love you. I love myself just the way I am. Just look in the mirror to see how beautiful your body truly is. If you're alive, it's beautiful. And bring your awareness to your mind, to your thoughts. And don't try and will away any thoughts. Tell yourself, I love the way I am with my idiosyncrasies, my quirks, the things my mind does, my addictions and so on. I love all of it. And when you accept and love, it will stop resisting your sankalp. It will stop resisting whatever is natural for happiness for you. Love your mind. Yoga is the art of being effortless, and it doesn't happen till you first love your body and mind. Accept. For the next few minutes, sitting in silence, spreading the love that you have for yourself to all the relationships that you have, family, friends, colleagues, friends, to everyone. The last 3 breaths. Warmed eyes. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for practicing so diligently through January. It was great to be back at 75 minutes for the next 10 days and to do this 21 minutes of Surya Namaskar. I do hope that most of you reach up to 108 Surya Namaskars in that time. It's not a competition. It's just to you to get better and better and better, to become more energetic and to get ready for February through meditating on self-love.